Hey guys, this is Eli and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial, and in today's video we're going to be looking at version 2 of my storage silo design. Now the basic concept behind the storage silo is pretty simple. It's a place to store all of your bulk items like your cobblestone, your dirt, your redstone dust, and they work by containing a series of double chests hidden at the back which fill up with items one by one, and as they fill up, a corresponding redstone indicator light at the front will turn on, letting you know just how full your system is. Now there are several designs already out there, including one of my own which I released just over a month ago, and that design aimed to improve upon a couple fundamental flaws in these pre-existing designs. Firstly, in some of these designs, as items are passing through the system, the indicator lights at the front would flash on and off, which can be really irritating. And secondly, in some of these designs they took the comparator outputs directly from the chest, which meant that the indicator lights would turn on when only one item was in the chest, which to me doesn't seem very intuitive. These lamps should turn on only when the chest is completely full. Version 1 of my design improved upon these things by taking the comparator outputs directly from the hoppers connected to these chests, meaning that our indicator lights turned on when the chest was completely full and we had 23 items in the connected hopper. However, this version of my design improves upon that last version even further by taking the comparator outputs directly from the chest and using a little bit of redstone trickery in order to get it so the indicator lamps only turn on when the chest is completely full, so we no longer need those 23 items in the connected hoppers. It's a compact design taking up a footprint of only 3x4. It's completely symmetrical at the front and there's even space for an item frame without breaking the symmetry. There's no height restrictions, so you can take this as tall as you need to, and it's completely modular, so you can place these things side by side. As an optional extra, you can install a flashing indicator light at the very top, which should flash on and off when items are passing through the system, just letting you know when the silo is in operation. Okay, let's go ahead and build this thing. Start with a 3x4 area, take a double chest, place this right in the center. And then the block of your choice, do 2 on either side, with a transparent block in the center. Here I'm using upside down stairs, but you can use glass, half slabs, any transparent block. Next up, take a comparator coming out of this chest straight into a solid block, and then place a block of redstone on the side of the comparator. And believe it or not, this is actually producing a signal of 15 into the comparator. When our chest is completely full, we'll get a signal of 15 from behind, which is the only time this comparator will produce an output. Moving around to the front, take a redstone lamp, and we're going to place these in a line right in the center. I'm just going to use 4 because I want 4 double chests in my system. And then surround this with the block of your choice. Round to the back, take a hopper coming out of the top of this chest, then 2 more in the back and 1 in the top. Take a half slab coming out of the wall here, and a solid block down here, and then do a line of redstone here, here, and here. Next up, take a chest coming out of the top of this hopper, and then do another hopper into the side, and then just repeat this pattern all the way until you reach the point of your tallest lamp. Moving around to the side, place a line of solid blocks coming out of this hopper here, straight into the front of the silo, take out this block, and finally we can take a comparator output coming from this chest into a piece of redstone dust. Now we can power this comparator from the side using another block of redstone. Now this does exactly the same thing as below, where it'll produce a signal of 15 into the comparator, so when the chest is completely full, that's the only time we'll get an output from our comparator. Next up, take a half slab coming out of each one of these hoppers with the exception of the last one, and then do a solid block coming out of these half slabs. Now from here we can place our comparator output from this chest straight into a piece of redstone dust. In order to power this we need to place another piece of redstone dust on top of this block of redstone. And then from now on we can just repeat this pattern all the way until we reach the point of our tallest lamp, remembering to place another block of redstone for each power source. Now we can test the silo by placing a bunch of items into this hopper here. And if we just take a look around the front, we can see that we don't have any of the indicator lights lighting up, which is exactly what we want. We don't have any of the comparators firing up, which again is what we want. And when we take a look at the chest at the very bottom, we can see that it is beginning to fill up with items. As an optional extra, we can install an indicator light that should flash on and off when our silo is being filled. To do this, take a redstone lamp and place this right in the top. and then surround it with the block of your choice. Moving around to the back, give this thing a 2x2 floor. And then place a half slab here, and 2 solid blocks on top here, and then 1 more solid block against the wall here. Next up, take a hopper going into this half slab, and then 1 more into this block, take out the block, and then place a comparator coming out of this hopper, and then a repeater coming out of this block. And then finally, 2 redstone dust going into the side of this comparator. Now if I just throw a bunch of items into this hopper, we can see that we get a solid light at the moment. If I change this repeater to 2 ticks, we get a slow flashing light. If I change it to 3, we get an even slower light, and then change it to 4 ticks, we get even slower flashing light. One very important point to make is if you choose to build these silos side by side, you'll notice that as you're building them, you begin to get these cross connections between the 2 modules. Don't worry too much, these should fix themselves when you begin to build the comparator circuits coming out of the chests. You will, however, notice that at the very top you still do get 1 more cross connection. Don't worry too much about this, you can simply fix this by placing 1 block against the wall here. And finally, it's worth pointing out that these storage silos are designed to be modules for a larger storage system, where you would have some kind of central input chest that would deliver all of your items to the individual modules. So for that reason, the input is located on the top of the silo. Now, for whatever reason, if you did want to build this as an individual silo, you will need to build some kind of way to get your items to the top. And you can do this simply with a dropper elevator or item elevator, and there are plenty of tutorials out there to show you how to do that. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on building the storage silo. If you did, then please do leave it a like, and if you want to keep up with my latest tutorials or my single player series, then please do subscribe. I've been Eli, thanks for watching.